What's up, guys? I'm on tour. I am going to be in DC November 12th. I'm going to be in Chicago, January 24th, 25th. And then I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, the 26th. Make sure you get tickets to those shows. Come out. Elle Diablo, Elle Orlando. Thank you. Bye.
Elle Diablo show. Elle Diablo.
Welcome back to the Elle Diablo podcast. My name's Elle Orlando. I almost said Elle Diablo. My name is Elle Diablo, and welcome back. Did you miss me? Sorry, I had to take a break. I was busy, being El Diablo. Sometimes you have to take a week off and you got to be El Diablo, or there's no El Diablo show. This episode is going to be a great episode. We're talking about Lily Allen, David Harbours, their divorce, the tea of it all. But we're going to get into David Harbours' first architectural digest, where here's the thing, guys will show you exactly who they are almost immediately, and it's up to you to listen to them and believe who they are. But usually, I never do. I meet a guy and he shows me, he's like, here are all my red flags. And I say, oh, I love red. I look good. I look good in red, I just do not care. And then we all pay the price. But I remember watching Stranger Things, and I was like, oh, David Harbours seems like kind of a cool guy. I'll watch his architectural digest. Before he was with Lily Allen, I watched this thing for I think within the first minute, I'm like, oh, this guy's a sociopath. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have women under the floorboards, okay? So ever since then, that's been my Roman Empire. This has been a thing that's never left my mind. And then Lily comes out with a fucking banger of an album. It's just poetic tea, I guess. Poetic dragging his ass, as they say. Poetic bearing his coffin and hammering the nails and twisting the sword. It's so nice, but it's just he's a horrible guy. I mean, surprise, surprise. But so we're gonna really dissect his architectural digest, and I'm gonna point out all the signs that I saw that made me think, wow, this guy's a fucking loony bin, dude. We're going to talk about Mamdani, Mamdaddy, and then has anyone called him Mamdaddy? That's kind of, damn. He is kind of Mamdaddy. And then we're going to talk about Ariana Grande and her, how you say, I want to say this respectfully, home wrecking ass. All right. So first I want to talk about Mamdani. Yay. Our guy. I think he's winning, which is good. But the thing about Mamdani is, and we all love and cherish this man. Yes. And you know who else loves and cherishes this man? All the liberal fuckboys that have been ruining girls' lives all over New York City. I think these liberal men have to be very strategic about when they start fucking girls over, because right now until November 4th, you don't want to be playing with fire. A girl will vote for Cuomo in spite of you, okay? I'm just I'm just saying, if Cuomo wins, it's not Mamdani's fault. It's the guy's fault for being such little pieces of shit that the girls were like, you know what, fine, I'm gonna vote for Cuomo because you don't have time to text me back because you texted me 5 p.m. on the day we were supposed to go on a date, and that's unacceptable. You're being unacceptable. And then all these boys are posting, you gotta vote for Mamdani. Don't test us. We will burn this whole place to the ground if we have to. Be nice to the women at least until November 4th, or we will burn this place to the ground. And that was just a little warning thought I had. Because it's very real, because I had a friend, she DM'd a guy and he hasn't gotten back to her, but he's been posting about Mamdani and she's been so pissed. And I'm like, dude, just vote for Cuomo. Get him back. Get his ass back and vote for Cuomo. Just an idea. Don't do it. Don't do it unless you have every right to. Arigato, our little Asian princess, Ariana Grande. She's in her Asian era. She is taking every single married man off the street. I didn't know she was such a homewrecker. I think that's so interesting to me. And I have been wondering, like, so Pete Davidson, he's not married yet. He is a baby daddy. So I know that's caught Ariana Grande's interest. But I wonder once he's married if she'll like circle back and she'll be like, hey, I miss us. What is her thing with married men? She's obviously made a pattern and she's obviously obsessed with, not just hooking up, not just having an affair. It's actually really dark. She is Galinda. She kind of is Galinda in real life because Galinda is the one, she looks like the perfect, pretty princess, but when she's actually the more evil one of the two. But it's really interesting. And it's also interesting in terms of like fame, like how much, like if you have a certain amount of fame, you're able to get away with a certain amount of something, which is true. And we've seen this in terms of like Michael Jackson. Of course, that's a perfect example. Like he can, molest kids because he's one of the greatest musical artists of all time. And everyone kind of just like looks away and they're like, sorry, kids, could be worse, could be your local pedophile. Instead of it's one of the best musical artists of all time. So Ariana Grande, new example of this. She is one of the most famous pop stars of all time. Fantastic voice. Not incredibly creative, in my opinion. Sorry. But fantastic voice. Like she is so vocally talented. But I guess so she gets to just destroy families because she really isn't just going for the affair. She wants to take your husband. She wants to make sure he leaves his child behind, and then she dumps his ass. She leaves them every time. Diabolical. So, I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny in a dark way where you're like, I mean, the amount of guilt this woman doesn't have is admirable. I wish I didn't have that much guilt. I would be like, oh, fuck, I kind of just fucked your whole life. But she just moves on like it's just another Tuesday night. And so why is Ariana doing this? Why does anybody, can you Google, Ian, why do people love home wrecking? Because Ariana really is that little ting that loves to, let's see, what your aunt did. Wait, no. People who are avoidant tend to go after people who already have partners. Oh, avoidant. It's always the avoidance. You motherfuckers. You ruin everything. This makes so much sense because then it'll never be real. Yeah, because when you're avoidant, you never want something to actually work out, because if something actually works out, that means someone would actually see you. And if someone actually saw you, then they would see your biggest fear, which is that, what, you hate yourself or something like that. Ariana Grande hates herself. I mean, she's getting so skinny that that screams nothing to me but I hate myself. I'm making myself disappear. What? That's not mean. That's kind of nice. That little ting she getting from them what did I say earlier? Do you remember what I said? I wrote this down. That little ting she getting them do you remember what I said? Oh, yeah. That little ting she get thrown around by everybody's husband. Ariana Grande. That was Blackiana. Oh, yeah, her little black scent. I miss her and her black scent. she could do it. She's also the only white woman to cross the earth that can literally be any ethnicity that she wants to be. She can do the black accent. She can do the arigato. I'm Ariana Grande. That's like how she talks now too. She doesn't even talk she talks like this. Oh, hello. I'm Ariana. I'm a arigato. Yeah. Kat Valentine. She used to be Italian. Italiana Grande. Italiana Grande. Arianka Grande. I think that's more of like a Ukrainian vibe. Africana Grande. Yes. Bass Grande. Right. That was just her normal foundation self. Cat Grande, which is more like a rar, like a millennial rar, if you know what I'm talking about. And then there's Arigato Grande. Oh, love it. Love it, girl. Love all your ethnicities. This is how she's able to steal so many different types of husbands, because she just changes her ethnicity and it changes the person that is into her, that she's into. I mean, I guess everyone is into her because she's like famous and powerful and rich, and she's so tiny. That little thing. She's really getting thrown around by every husband. I kind of sound like Jamaican. What's that Jamaican language? Patois. It kind of sounds like I'm doing patois. Jamaican, yeah. She getting thrown around by every husband here and there. Okay, now I just go into a Scottish accent. That little Ariana Grande is getting thrown around by every husband, by this coast and that. Okay. Anyways, I think this is a good point in the podcast to get to the architectural digest of David Harbour, our little piece of garbage, our floating island of garbage. Ugh.
Oh my God, architectural digest.
Hate it.
It's been a long time. I've missed you.
No.
You want to come in?
No. Pause it. So that right there is just the way, the tone he has when he opened the door was like an old man saying to like a young girl, like, oh, you've really grown into yourself. Like his vibe is so disgusting and it's already like too sexual. And I know he's trying to do a bit, but I want to remind you and everyone to keep in mind that he has not one funny bone in his body. This man does not know, he has no humor. He has no personality. So just keep that in mind, this entire architectural digest. And if you feel physically weird, it's because he's making you feel weird because he's gross and disgusting. Okay, let's play.
All right, welcome. This is the foyer area in New York City apartments. I assume you've seen New York City apartments. I don't know if you live in Manhattan, but I live in Manhattan.
God,
and
pause.
In general, our apartments are very...
I don't know if you live in Manhattan, but I live in Manhattan. It's so disgusting, dude. He's just... foyer, it's an apartment. Nobody has a foyer. It's not a big deal. Play.
Small compared to the rest of the world.
I hate how he says world. The rest of the world. Because I'm such a world traveler.
You have like a bunch of pens. I think I've used this once in the year and a half I've been living here. And you write things on it, you know what I mean? You're supposed to write things on it, like
my hair is growing.
Things or like little love notes to
Madeline or something.
Postings. I don't do that.
They keep on seeing that picture. Oh, damn it. We have to watch a little ad. But do you feel how disgusting he's being? He's mansplaining an apartment to you. Also, he's like, yeah, in New York City apartments, they're just so small. He's sitting in like a multi-million-dollar apartment and he's complaining about how small it is because it doesn't have a foyer. Like, you're in the West Village. Shut up.
So this is a bookcase. This is sort of the pièce de résistance.
Hate that. Pause.
Oh, this is
Pièce de résistance. Shut up with your performative French. Nobody gives a fuck that you can say a little word in France, a little term, little dingy dong in France. Shut up. In French, in France. Clearly, I'm not as traveled as he is, but he's just it's so performative. This man doesn't have a single personality. He's going to try on a lot of different ones, as you'll see throughout this whole episode. And while we're here, let's just focus in on this baby bun he has. Ew. Listen, the smaller the bun, the more he will ruin your life, because he is so insecure in himself that he will want to ruin yours, and he will do everything until your life is nothing and he is everything. Because he's so he just hates himself because he's balding. And the baby bun really is a sign from devil Satan himself. Okay, so we could continue.
Embarrassing. Look, the Stranger Things book is front and center. That's so embarrassing. But also, so is 2 copies of Don Quixote, neither of which I've read.
What? No way. I didn't know your personality was performative. I thought it was real.
Kyle, we'll be talking about Kyle a bunch.
Oh, yeah. By the way, pause. Kyle's his interior designer that designed his whole apartment. This man did nothing. He doesn't have a creative bone in his body. Kyle has done everything you see. I mean, I don't know why Architectural Digest just gives anyone who has the money to front a designer an episode. This guy did nothing. He's going to use the word we a lot. Just know that's a huge lie. It's all Kyle.
I think they're called God lights or something, which I don't. Maybe it's because
he loved that word, God. I'm kind of like a god.
This is a nice little ladder thing which slides along the wall.
Oh, shut up, you fat fuck!
Cool. I only use
it's not going to be sliding with you on it. Jesus Christ!
That I won for Stranger Things, which, by the way,
you won an award.
The worst made award in the history of.
Maybe because it's a kids show, you fucking idiot! Jesus Christ! He's complaining about an MTV Music Award falling apart. Who cares? It's not a real award. It's not like it's an Oscar. Nothing that you will see in your lifetime. But that's the best it's going to get. So I would be a little appreciative. He complains so much. I wouldn't be surprised if Lily's main complaint with this man is that he just fucking complains. He's just a baby bitch boy that won't shut up about everything that's wrong in his life. But let's see if anything gets better.
Day 3 of my having it. All right, I'll tell you a little bit about the story of this apartment. So I came in here with this amazing designer, architect,
Kyle
guy, and we sort of re-envisioned the whole thing. So we put in this wall. I love these pocket door things or whatever. See
pocket door things? You don't even know what they're called?
It just kind of disappears into the wallpaper. It's so awesome. I love this wallpaper too. It's got some leopards and tigers and stuff. None of these animals would really coexist this close proximity.
Look at him trying to be smart.
But,
are you kidding? Oh, look at David Attenborough right here. No, these, just so you guys know, I don't know if you know, but lions and tigers, they would never be in this proximity. They wouldn't be this close as wallpaper. They would be on opposite sides of the world. He's literally trying so fucking hard to be smart. It's insane. Yeah. Adults know that lions and tigers aren't best friends. Who do you think is watching this? A 5-year-old? Play the tape.
So this is basically the room where you live in. There's no
he's mansplaining apartments to us.
Study or things like that. It's basically one room. So this is the kitchen.
Yeah, it's an apartment.
I really love this.
It's an apartment.
Table. It's like an old kind of farmhouse table we found, and then we redesigned the whole kitchen as well. And it was funny, when you redesign something. I found this stove. Even though I'm not much of a cook,
he didn't find fucking color. Shit. Kyle sent him a picture. Hey, do you like this stove? He's like, yeah, I like green. Wow. You artist. You interior designer. He's about to say, and I designed this whole kitchen based on green, based on a primary color. No, you didn't, you bad boy. Play the tape.
This stove a lot, and I just thought it was a really cool stove. And then I was like, wow, that stove is a very specific green, and now I have to design.
Pause really quick. Why does he talk like this? It's like he wants to have an accent. He wants to like seem like he wants to be like appear like he's European or something. The way he's talking as if English is a second language, and it's totally not. Can you Google really quick where this guy's from? Because the way, wow, is that what I look like? Oh, Jesus. The way he is talking, I swear he wants to say so bad. He wants to be like, how do you say White Plains, New York? This is how he's talking. It's okay. Let's play the tape again. Let's keep on going.
Our kitchen color scheme around this particular weird green of the stove. As you can see, there's like a rail up there too, which is where that ladder that was on the bookcases, it can come up here too, and you can get into those shelves up there.
I'm not trying to be mean, but that is, I'm not trying to be mean, but those like shelves above the kitchen, that is where he keeps his butt plugs 100%. It's just a fact. That's why. So he's like, yeah, you can get up there, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't if I was you. La mer. Those cameras he's never used.
In loft apartments like this, there is a majestic quality to the height of the ceilings, which I really like. And so I wanted to build something where there was kind of a cordoned off
really
office
talking about
section, but also
revolutionary
kind of
term
the
of
fact that
space.
this was high. And I
have you ever tried having a spacious apartment? It's actually pretty nice. Height is nice.
Because my old place, I could never maintain plants. So this place has like light, and it's bigger, and so I could put a lot of plants in it, which is great. It just makes the space feel more alive. This is one of my most prized possessions. It was a gift. Masters of the Universe, which was a film that was made late 80s, early 90s or something. But it has Frank Langella in a ton of prosthetics as a Skeletor, which I heard him interviewed as he considers one of his greatest roles of all time. And I just like...
Wait, focus in on what he's about to say.
A really great actor that I admire could do a film in full prosthetics that wasn't received very well.
Pause. So that is an insight to himself. So one of his heroes was an actor in a film that he said he was a really great actor in a really great film, but he wasn't perceived well. That is how he sees himself. He thinks he's a really great actor in a really great film or whatever, and like he's not being perceived well because he doesn't win awards. He's not really he's Hellboy. This man is Hellboy, and this man's a guy from Stranger Things. He's so insecure, and that's why he hates Lily Allen, because Lily Allen, also Google the note that David Harbour wrote Lily Allen about her play. Just Google that. It's the most insane thing. Lily Allen, if you don't know, she got a play. She's a musical artist. She's very creative. She's very successful. And her success, look at this. This is what he wrote his wife when she got a play. My ambitious wife, these are bad luck flowers, because if you get reviewed well in this play, you will get all kinds of rewards, and I will be miserable, your loving husband. What? That is insane. And that is 100% what we're talking about right now. He is so insecure. Within her, a couple of her songs, within one specific song, Lily is talking about, she's saying, you know, why don't you want to have sex with me? You only want to have sex with like these whores or whatever, but you don't want to have sex with me, not with your wife, like who loves you, who supports you, who does anything for you. It's because he feels insignificant. He feels small around his wife. He doesn't feel small around the whores because he feels like he's actually someone. you know, because he's so insecure with himself that, you know, if he doesn't feel power, then he can't be attracted to someone. And Lily's success and talent threatens his self-esteem and overall like pursuit of power and fame and everything. So I think that is ultimately the core reason of why their marriage fell apart. And it's not her, it's just an insecure man that can't get a grip, buddy. So let's play the tape. We continue.
This is the living area, and we have this design for the space. I love this.
Also,
color.
this is
It's
what
made of this nice.
in Lily's song, she said he has a pussy palace where he takes all of his whores to the West Village to have sex with, and this is that. Just by the way,
Soft material. Couches are hard. Couches are hard to find. A good couch that you enjoy sitting on. It's always been.
ew,
bane
I
of
hate
my
the way
existence.
he's
I've had
like
some very
looking
bad
at the
couches
camera
in my
and standing right now. Sorry.
on this earth. So there's no TV. What? I don't watch TV? Of course I watch TV. What do you want to watch? Want to watch
Let me guess. He has a
Netflix?
projector
Let's do
screen.
this.
That I already know this,
There's a
yes, but
projector
everyone in New York
there.
has a
But this
projector
is
screen.
great,
That it's not
you
even
know.
impressive at all. The poorest person you know with 6
whatever you
different
want.
roommates has a
Watch the Great
projector
British
screen
Baking
in their
Show.
bedroom,
you
actually,
guys
so
put
it's
it
even
on time.
cooler.
I think this is pretty cool. So there's a public theater in New York City.
This is the
which
most boring story of
Shakespeare
all
Park.
time, so we can just skip it. He got to do he got to be an extra in a play with Meryl Streep, and that's like his claim to fame. And nobody cares about the smallest man in the
exciting.
world.
You'll see that in May.
Ew.
So the bedroom, again, it's like fairly
The
simple.
fuzzy.
It's
Okay,
just a
pause.
place.
Any guy that has a fuzzy rug like this, run for the hills. He is a sex addict. Any guy who is attracted to any sort of fuzzy anything, and I'm not talking about a shag rug. There's a difference between a shag rug and what the fuck this is. This is a sign. This is like, yeah, this just screams I'm a sex addict, and a lot of people are running through this apartment. It's weird. It just gives a weird sexual vibe. And I'm never wrong on this. This is a tried and true not point, I don't know. Yeah, point. No.
To like sleep and maybe read a book and maybe do some Pilates. There's 3 closets.
He does
over here.
Pilates? I missed that. He has a Pilates machine in his bedroom. Ew. No, he's not doing Pilates. He's just having sex with people on that machine. 100%. And if he is doing Pilates, it's not working because he is tubby. He's not fat, but he's got some love on him. He's Midwest thick. It's surprising he's from White Plains, New York, because I would assume he's from Ohio. He's giving Ohio. He's giving Ohio. I drink at the same bar every day. But gross. Continue.
It's really cool. Again, they have these things where it's like you open the door and the light comes
Okay,
on.
that's the
New
coolest
York
part about the
living
apartment.
Can be kind of hard because there's always light around. Like the city never gets dark. But these windows, I had these like blackout
place he
things
has
put
sex.
in, and I'll show you. We'll just pause and watch the windows
Okay.
go down.
I
Sometimes I'll
do
this
like
all day.
blackout shades. I don't want to be completely negative. I do like blackout shades.
Wait! Oh my God! This candle. Tragedy averted.
Wow.
You do have to be careful about that.
Okay, this is the part of the video where everything crumbles. Oh, this is a great place to pause because there's a Kurt Vonnegut symbol to the right, and that, I mean, 100% that it's almost like Kurt Vonnegut is a very good author, but he is an author that some of the most performative Brooklyn boys read of all time. Like if there is one performative book to read, it's a Kurt Vonnegut book, and it's the Kurt Vonnegut personality. So the fact that he has not even a book, but a picture of the Kurt Vonnegut symbol. It's just so like, I have no personality. I'm so desperate for any semblance of a personality, and it's just all performative. So like, it's really bad. But I will say I do like this bathroom, and so I'm gonna be a little positive here. So sorry. It's just, I have to be fair. Continue.
Noah and I are figuring out how
and
to...
we're doing a little ad, which is totally fine. So yeah, how'd you like it so far? Ooh, Adam Brody. It's in the commercial. I actually named my dog after Adam Brody because he was my first crush from the OC. I could do a whole episode on Adam Brody. I really like him. Ooh, do I really like him? Yeah, I named my dog Brody, and I fantasized about this man for like 20 years. Okay, and we're back.
So the last part is the bathroom.
Cool.
Sometimes these Manhattan apartments, they sell them for
Do
more.
love
You
it.
could
Do
call it a
love.
2-bathroom.
Yeah.
And so this was 2 bathrooms, and they were just 2 bathrooms, like right on top of each other, with 2 toilets.
Pause.
And one of them had a shower.
I will say this bathroom is the only reason he should be getting Architectural Digest. The rest of the apartment is so boring and blah. Like, I mean, it's well designed, of course. Shout out Kyle. But this bathroom is actually cool. That idea is cool. The way the arches in the ceiling, that's interesting to me. And the way that the sound projects off the walls and the ceiling, that's interesting to me. You'll see there's a 4 faucet situation. That's interesting. The dark tile, interesting. I mean, nothing of which can he be attributed for, but it's a cool place. Let's check it out.
It was ridiculous. So we came in, we tore all that down. We built these closets. Then we built this bathroom, which I really love. This is a steam shower. We found this tile, which I really like. I mean, one of the ideas, I guess, behind the bathroom was that it doesn't have a window in it. We were like, if it's not going to have a window, why not embrace that and make it kind of like
Can you
this,
imagine, just pause, sorry. Can you imagine just talking to him? Like, he talks so slow. And listen, I talk slow. But imagine a guy who's a narcissist talking this slow for 8 hours about one thing, just about himself. I mean, I can't even imagine, it's just excruciating. Continue, sorry.
Spa type feel, like you're almost sort of in this spa. This is where the toilet is, little room with the toilet. This wallpaper, I think, is really cool. It's got a lot of like New York scenes to it. And then I think this is really cool. There's like this vaulted ceiling that Kyle designed. So it feels like some odd cathedral. I also like a really big bathtub, and I've never had one because I've lived in tiny, tiny New York apartments, and I'm a big guy, so it's kind of funny.
How tall is David Harbour? He does look taller than most actors, but we'll see how tall he really is. And I will say that little toilet room with the wallpaper, I didn't like that. I mean, it's not that I like that for a different house. Contrast is good, but that contrast is just okay. He's 6'3", fine. He's bigger.
Small bathtub, which I have for most of my life, and it has 4 taps. Everybody who always comes in here is always like, 4 taps. Why 4 taps? It's like, why not 4 taps? I don't understand why everyone gets so. But you can, turn them all on. It fills up very quickly. But I love this bathroom. I think it's great, and I don't want to throw Kyle under the bus. My architect designer, who's fantastic.
Yes, we know Kyle.
I love him. We knew you guys were coming today. It was a lie when I pretended like I didn't know that you were coming.
Ew.
So we knew you were coming.
Takes
so
this
we
guy
all
so long to just spit it out.
Which is Kyle.
He's trying to tell you that Kyle lit candles. Kyle lit candles in the bathroom. That's what he took 4 minutes to describe.
Big candelabras. I don't want you to think that I'm a big candelabra bathtub type guy.
No, we think you're a sex addict, psychopath.
Architectural
narcissist type
Digest,
of
thank
guy.
you for coming. Give you that. Take that. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Boy, was that horrible or what? Oh my God. Do you guys feel uneasy? Do you feel scared? Do you feel like he's going to murder someone at any moment? I think he truly had two paths in life. He could have been an actor, which he is, or he could have been a serial killer. Just as easy. I think it was like one day for some reason. He just leaned towards the actor. But big yikes. I never feel good watching that. I always hated it so much. And then Lily Allen comes out of this whole, I mean, you have to listen to it. Her whole album is just dragging his ass. I mean, she flew out to New York to be with him. He paid for this, fantastic home. He did the whole thing. And then he was like, he asked her to open the marriage and she didn't want to, but she said, okay. And then it just snowballed from there. Poor Lily Allen. And then randomly people are like, fuck Lily Allen. She sexually assaulted Rihanna. I'm like, well, I didn't know about that. And is girl on girl really sexually assault, to be honest? Is that bad to say? They're both two little twigs. Can you Google what that's about? I mean, if that happened, and also Lily's like sober. She has kids. I mean, we got to move on. If there's no allegations, come on now. Rihanna's not or I don't think it was Zoe Kravitz. Zoe's hooking up with Harry Styles. She's fine. She's doing quite okay. But let's see. Lily Allen's awkward response after Zoe Kravitz accused her of kiss attack without consent. That's a really strong. Okay, so after airing out, can't really read so small. Who is Lily Allen? Maybe scroll down a little bit more. Oh wait, scroll up a little bit. So it all started in 2018 when Lily Allen wrote about her friendship with Zoe in her biography, My Thoughts Exactly. After a night of partying in New York City, they allegedly ended up kissing, but Zoe's events was shockingly different. Actually, I see Zoe a lot because, wow, look how attractive I look. I see Zoe a lot because she lives in my neighborhood, and I've passed her a couple times. One time I passed her and Channing Tatum when they were a thing, and that was electric. Okay, because one, they both look exactly how they look on TV. Like wherever they look like in the box, they look like in real life. And we were walking, and there was no one else on the street. I was on the same side of the sidewalk, and it was like midday too. I was just like grabbing lunch to go, and I was walking, and I see them coming, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys. And they start like smirking to each other. And I'm like, hell yeah. I was so excited. And they start like laughing, and I'm like, yeah. And I felt so much energy. Like they look exactly the same as they do on TV. They're just so fucking hot. And they weren't wearing masks or sunglasses. I'm like, you guys are brave, dude. You're just stepping out. But yeah, I felt electricity from that for like a full day. Energy is very real. And it's not just like them being famous. I think once you become a famous person and you garner all this, if that's the word, all this like, yeah, like all this energy, all this confidence that like is you're constantly feeding it, and it's constantly being fed to you from other people. Like people are giving you energy. You're creating your own energy of you're this like, supernatural being almost. And I feel like that's why when you are in a room with a famous person or you pass a famous person, you can physically feel that like intense energy that they're always radiating at all times of the day. And I think that's very interesting. And the most interesting part about all of this is that we all have the ability to, harness and emit that same energy ourselves if we would just believe in ourselves a little fucking bit. So I guess right now is a great time to end the podcast on that little nugget of wisdom. Go harness your energy and think you're Zoe Kravitz. And sorry about the attack on Lily Allen, but let's move on. I think we're all going to be okay. All right. Elle Diablo. Bye.
El Diablo Show. El Diablo.